In the quiet village of Oke-Ila, where dust rose easily and secrets did not, lived a young girl named Zainab. She was 18, soft-spoken, and careful with her steps, as though she had learned early that the world could turn harsh without warning. Zainab lost her mother while she was still young. After the burial, silence settled into their compound and never truly left. 2 years later, her father remarried. That was how Mama Ruqayyat came into her life. In Oke-Ila, stepmothers were watched closely. People expected cruelty or neglect. Mama Ruqayyat knew this from the first day she entered the compound. So she chose patience. She never forced affection on Zainab. She cooked, cleaned, and corrected gently. She stayed consistent. Slowly, Zainab began to trust her, not loudly, but deeply. Zainab met Sadiq on a hot afternoon near the cassava farm. He was older, confident, and spoke with certainty. He told her she was beautiful. He told her she was different. He spoke of marriage as though it was already decided. Zainab listened with a heart that had long waited to be chosen. Their meetings became frequent. Their conversations became promises. When Zainab gave herself to him, she did so believing she was giving herself to her future husband. She did not know she was giving herself to someone who would one day deny her. Weeks later, her body began to change. Morning sickness came. Her monthly flow did not. Fear settled into her chest like a stone. She prayed it was nothing, but deep inside, she already knew. When she told Sadiq, his face changed. He did not shout. He did not panic. He only asked, "Are you sure?" That single question broke something in her. That night, Zainab sat before Mama Ruqayyat with shaking hands and confessed everything. Mama Ruqayyat listened quietly. She did not insult her. She did not beat her. She only asked one question: who is responsible? The next day, elders gathered. Sadiq stood before them and denied everything. "That girl is lying," he said boldly. "I know nothing about her pregnancy." Zainab collapsed in tears. Mama Ruqayyat stood slowly and spoke calmly, "May the fruit you deny never grow in your hands." Sadiq laughed and walked away. But some words do not need belief to begin their work. The shame did not wait for permission. By morning, Oke-Ila already knew. Women whispered behind their wrappers. Men shook their heads as though disappointment was a duty. Zainab stopped stepping outside. Even the sun felt too loud. Her father, Baba Musa, refused to look at her. Each time she entered the room, he walked out as though her presence polluted the air. "You have ruined my name," he said once, without shouting. That hurt more than any slap. But Mama Ruqayyat did not abandon her. She became Zainab's shield. When neighbors came pretending concern, Mama Ruqayyat stood firm. "My daughter is pregnant, not cursed," she would say. Some laughed. Some walked away. But she did not withdraw her words. Pregnancy was not gentle to Zainab. Hunger came in waves, but food often turned her stomach. At night, pain pressed against her waist, and fear pressed harder against her heart. She cried quietly, not wanting to disturb anyone. Mama Ruqayyat noticed everything. She sold 2 of her wrappers to buy beans and palm oil. She woke up early to prepare pap before Zainab's sickness started. She rubbed her back when vomiting left her weak. When Zainab asked, "Why are you doing all this for me?" Mama Ruqayyat answered simply, "Because someone must stay." Baba Musa grew colder. One evening, he announced, "When the child comes, she will leave this house." Zainab heard him. That night, she wept until sleep carried her away. Labor came before dawn on a rainy morning. The pains were long and cruel. Zainab screamed until her voice broke. Mama Ruqayyat held her hand through it all, whispering prayers into her ear. After hours that felt like punishment, a baby girl cried into the world. Mama Ruqayyat cried too. She is innocent, she said, holding the child. No denial can change that. The baby was named Amina. True to his words, Baba Musa demanded Zainab leave after 40 days. Mama Ruqayyat packed her own clothes alongside Zainab's. If she goes, I go, she said. That was the day Oke-Ila learned that blood does not always choose love but character does. Life did not confront Sadiq immediately. At first, it rewarded him. Nothing happened after the denial. No sickness. No disgrace. People slowly stopped mentioning Zainab's name in his presence. He returned to laughter, to swagger, to the careless confidence of a man who believed he had escaped consequence. Years later, he married. Her name was Latifat, a quiet woman with obedient eyes and a gentle voice. The wedding was colorful. Drums spoke loudly. Elders prayed long prayers. Sadiq smiled proudly, as though his life had been successfully rewritten. But months passed. Then a year. Then 2. No child came. Latifat did not complain at first. She swallowed herbs given by aunties. She knelt for prayers that lasted longer than necessary. She visited clinics alone. Each time she returned with silence in her eyes. Sadiq grew restless. People began to whisper again, softly, but sharply. Did he not deny a child once? Some doors close quietly. Words spoken in pride don't forget their way. Latifat eventually asked him, one night when sleep refused to come, have you ever rejected a pregnancy? The question struck him like a slap. He shouted. He accused her of disrespect. He broke a plate against the wall. But fear had already entered his bones. From that night, peace left their home. Dreams began to trouble him. He saw Zainab standing by a river, holding a baby whose face he could not see. Each time he tried to approach, the water rose higher. He woke up sweating, breathless. His marriage cracked. Latifat returned to her father's house after 5 years. She did not return. Doctors eventually told him the truth. He feared his chances of having children were thin. Very thin. Sadiq aged quickly after that. His laughter disappeared. His shoulders bent. He avoided naming ceremonies. Children's cries irritated him in ways he could not explain. Sometimes, while walking alone, he remembered Mama Ruqayyat's calm voice. May the fruit you deny never grow in your hands. For the first time, Sadiq stopped calling it a curse. He called it truth. And truth, once awakened, does not negotiate. Time softened Zainab, but it did not erase her scars. She learned how to survive quietly. She learned how to walk with one hand while carrying Amina with the other. Mama Ruqayyat remained her backbone. They rented a small room at the edge of another village, where judgment was less loud and hunger was more honest. Amina grew beautifully sharp-eyed, curious, and gentle. People often said she carried her father's face. Zainab never corrected them. Years later, Baba Musa fell ill. News reached Zainab like an old wound reopening. Mama Ruqayyat encouraged her to go. Closure is also healing, she said. At the sickbed, Baba Musa wept. His voice trembled as he begged for forgiveness. Zainab forgave him easily. Some pain does not deserve to be carried forever. Fate arranged its own meeting. At a funeral gathering in Oke-Ila, Sadiq and Zainab stood face to face for the first time in years. Amina stood beside her mother, holding her hand. Sadiq's breath left him. The resemblance was undeniable. People noticed. Silence gathered like a crowd. Mama Ruqayyat stepped forward, older now, but unbent. This is the child you denied, she said calmly. And this is the woman you abandoned. Sadiq fell to his knees. No one pushed him. No one insulted him. Tears poured freely as he confessed everything: fear, pride, selfishness. His voice broke when he asked for forgiveness. Zainab looked at him for a long time. Then she spoke gently, I did not destroy you. You destroyed yourself when you chose denial. She turned and walked away. Sadiq remained kneeling. He never remarried. Zainab returned to her life, lighter than before. Amina grew loved, confident, unashamed. Mama Ruqayyat became known as the woman who stayed when it was hardest. And Oke-Ila learned, slowly and painfully, that love denied becomes truth revealed, and truth always waits for the right time to stand.